Yo, hey guys, what's up, what's up? Let's see, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Alright, looks like it's working, so we should be good to go. We're playing the new Huntress build today. Yeah, need to switch over the gear, because I was farming some gold earlier, so we're gonna switch everything over. Yo, just in time, what's up, dude? Welcome back. So, got my gear here. Put this stuff on, we'll continue working. I need to put this in a better order. Whatever. Okay, so that's the gear there. Switch over to our weapon. And this one here. And what else do we need to do? Oh, skills, right. Right. That's fine. I think we decided we like the swirls the most. Critical strike damage. Poison's fine. Aura is fine. Poison that. Yep, alright. Yep. Gonna be a left click. And that will be a right click. Alright, that should be everything. So let's do some farming. What's up with you, dude? Anything new? Oh, nice. We got the this place. Oh, I didn't change over my legacy. So let's switch out of those and switch into these. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get my primordial today. They're not really, but you're fine. That's cool. It's good to hear. Just need like a little more damage, I feel. So I just need to make sure I'm killing like as fast as possible, I guess. Just make sure I'm tagging everything with poison. Not like hanging around trying to kill everything, just going for the bulk. It's a lot of damage. It's not perfect, but it's getting there. For our weapon not being primordial and kind of low level, I'm pretty happy with the DPS of poison so far. I tried rolling for one of the rings I wanted, but it did not happen. So it's one of the few legendaries I'm actually missing. It's the one that gives me extra inner fire charges. This has not happened yet, but hopefully it does soon. I lost the game. Yeah, I rolled like 10 million gold today of gambling. Found a lot of legendaries, but didn't find the one I needed. So, gotta farm more of that before I get there. And of course, the old mages. So we'll try to get prison without mages if we can. We're actually gonna hit this primordial tonight. It's looking good so far. We got the AoE dudes.
We'll get them next time.
Exactly. If we don't get him next time, then we'll get him the next time. If not that time, then another time. All those guys should die, right? I can't see the debuffs anymore. I was able to see the debuffs yesterday, and now I can't see them. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Oh, I must have disabled enemy debuffs somehow. Yeah, okay, now I can see them. That's very helpful. I was wondering what had happened if something had changed in the game, because I couldn't see my auras on the enemies either. But now I can see the blind, I can see the poison, I can see my refrigerator. No context. Did you play at work? Yeah, I'm in like a work from home situation. So if nothing's going on, I can be in-game doing things. I like these too much so sad I have less points. Yeah, I made them as cheap as I can make them. I think that's as cheap as I can be. Yeah, I have a lot of fun like making them too. I need to make some more. I don't have the space to do stuff while waiting for shit to happen at work. Gotcha. Yeah, it's only because I'm doing like a work from home situation. If I was actually at work, there'd be no opportunity. When you finally have a desk, maybe? You don't have a desk at your house? Are you using like a table or something? Or what's going on with that? Working on the dinner table. Gotcha, gotcha. Just tiny, so you dislike it a lot. Yeah, if it's tiny and you're trying to do like lots of things on it, you're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, tried to gamble 10 million today, and then I've farmed some more back up. But yeah, no luck. No luck as far as the legendaries I needed. I have all of the ones from the night now. I was able to find the rest of them today, and I have all except for one from the mage. Maybe I got the last mage one too. I guess it's like the mage is wearing one of the ones that I need, the time robes or whatever. So I want to get another copy just to have in my stash. And then I need to gamble on the Huntress to get the last ones I need. And yeah, I just haven't found this ring at all. I think I found it before, but there was always better legendaries for the other characters I was working on. Gamba. Jari, what's up, dude? Gambling time then, or straight to the Primo? I was thinking I would just kind of chill and go for the Primo, but if I get kind of tired or whatever, then I can switch to some gambling, or if you guys just really want to see some gambling. I mean, it definitely helped the damage, but I think the Primo is going to be more damage. And there is potential that I should do a lower level Wrath to get more XP. Primo would be bonkers. I agree. It's bonkers on my other character, so it has to be bonkers on this character, right? Only if you need kills. I mean, I definitely need kills. I'm at, I haven't actually played this character today. Well, I played the Huntress, but I was playing the Gold Find gear and all of that. So I'm still at 24k, so I need 18k to go. Just things trying to die a little slow right now for like really going fast. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a really good thing to do. I was hoping my damage would just kind of catch up with a couple more levels, but I don't know if it's going to get to the point where I'm just actually murdering everything instantly until I get the Primo weapon. So yeah, we'll finish out this floor and probably switch it up. Or die to these guys. Little triple rare. So So I can't avoid the area damage, that's a little scary. Everything else I can avoid. As I still get hit. Whatever. Double epic. Interesting. Did I change something else? No. Unless I just accidentally did the wrong... Because the only thing I should have changed would have been in here. Everything else should be the same. I don't think I'm missing any pieces of gear. 63 crit. Yeah, because everything should be +5, right? Yeah, +5/+6. No, everything should be the same. I mean, that big guy is really beefy, like the beefiest enemy in the game, but I don't know. I'll drop it down to 8 or 7 or something, go for instant kills. Oh, I did find some legendaries I could craft for the build from gambling. Like the max Reaper damage shoulders. So that could be enough. I actually don't know how that applies to damage over time. It's based off my skill damage, it's based off my Reaper damage, but I don't know if that's going to scale like what part of the Reaper damage it takes, the average value or the low end, the top end. So I'll put them on just to see if the number moves, and then we can craft them. I may have found another item too. I found a life helm, but I don't think I'm gonna craft it quite yet. The poison takes the whole range. You can see on the poison tooltip. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why it has the range there. That's the Reaper damage range. Okay. I thought it had its own range, but I guess if you had a Reaper that was equal top end, equal low end, it would always be just one flat amount, plus like crits. That makes sense then. So yeah, we can craft some shoulders. That'd be something. More content so the grind's not so harsh. I don't mind it yet, but yeah, maybe give it a couple more weeks and I'll be there with you, or whatever. Just really enjoying like trying different builds. Let's see, is this ring garbage? It is. Let's get rid of that. Let's see what I found today. Okay, so I did find 2 pairs of shoulders. This is my Huntress Cold Fine gear. Okay. So let's see how much of a difference this makes. So poison is 18.5 to 29.2.3. 18.5. It still should be okay. The low end actually changed, so it's 16.9 just because My other shoulders probably have other stats. To 34, so yeah, the top end definitely higher. Oh yeah, because I lose some points for the Reaper. Well, we should craft these. How many hours do you have in this game already? Let's see. Was it this button that you can see the character breakdown? 180, 220-ish? Ish? Yeah, I mean, I'm having a good time. Okay, so they're already maxed eye level. They already maxed legendary effect level, so that's cool. Let's change some stats here. So we have on our current one, attack speed evasion. I was considering... No, I need that one. I was considering trying to use this, but we need the other one so much. Yeah, never mind. I was like, maybe armor will be something I would want in the future. But nope, can't support armor. So attack speed evasion. Oh, I'm just changing the scores. So I was like, wow, it's really unlucky. Attack speed armor. Decent evasion. Yo, hi, and thank you for the free sub 4 days ago. Yeah, no problem, dude. No problem. We got to the next emote tier. We got a little bit to go for the next one. I don't know if we'll make it this this time, but that's fine. 8 attack speed. 8.5. Alright, so that's a double that we want, so I'll just leave with that. And let's add a magic stat. What's up, Zero? How you doing? We also want to grab probably melee recast chance here, but let's see what else there is. We have melee recast chance. We could go for inner fire chance as well. Damage to elites could be okay. And maybe like life. There's a couple things, so we'll add a rare stat. Try to get one of those. Max life. So that's basically equal to what we currently have. Do I want anything more than that? My inner fire chance should already be pretty high. And as we just increase this, we're gonna get more and more. Let me see what my chance is actually. We are at 91%. Okay, yeah, definitely don't need to worry about inner fire chance then. So max life should be more than fine here. Oh, the only problem is I can't really rescore everything. So I gotta rescore individually. Which isn't bad. So I need melee recast chance here. That's big. Do it. There it is. Okay. Like, this thing does not want to do it. Alright, let's reroll these. 250. I'd like 270. Alright, 278. That's pretty good. Magic stat, magic score, rather. Now we got the 6%. Attack speed and evasion. We'll just reforge both of them. Or rescore both of them. So it's a perfect evasion. Go ahead and lock that in. Now let's change the scores of attack speed till we get 9. There it is. So this item's pretty much done. Let's add a Reaper stat. Okay, not what I want. Asterisk, please. There we go. Asterisk 5. Perfect. Mastery stat, not that one. Oh, we rolled over stab. I was thinking the wrong thing I needed. Alright, there's stab again. Easy. I want savagery. There we go. Savagery 3. Perfect. Alright, so got some new shoulders for the build. Try to get them to, let's see, we're at 15.4. 18.4. Wait, something else must have changed because I was sitting a lot higher. I was at like 20. What happened? What happened? I guess this would be easy to tell. Do I have plus 22 on stab? I do. Okay, so I have the correct gear on. The attributes, that's exactly what it is. Alright, take that out. Put one here. Put these here. Now let's look. Yeah, 25. Okay. It's the attributes we forgot to switch back over. Yeah, I really wish they would, well, hopefully they will add in some kind of outfitter type thing, some way to save what you're doing so you can, quickly switch between different builds you're doing. That'd be very nice. Nice, the double. Tier 3, probably have enough of these. Okay. 4. Yeah, whatever. Same thing. Okay, got a critical. There we go. Alright, so we're at like 25.4. Let's see where we're at now. We're at 28.4. Nice, getting some damage. So I'm missing 4 levels on the Reaper. I'm gonna go ahead and fix that while we're here. Okay. Five, 5, 4. Reaper score. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but you know, I'll take it. The attributes. I gotta remember to switch the attributes from now on. I'm switching between builds. Because that was a huge difference. Alright, 54, and the last one is the gloves. Okay. There we go. Alright. Maxed out levels on the weapon. We lost a little bit of life. Do we just have a worse life roll? 487. 495. Yep, that's exactly what it is. That's fine. Alright, we'll just do like lower wrath level at this point. Or I guess one more 10 just to see the damage. Because, yeah, you were able to notice like lower damage. Now we're at 31. See how it looks. We still need more movement speed.
That's a lot of damage.
Alright, well, we got more damage, but I'm just gonna go lower. Let's do like 7. Ooh, epic Slurmite. Let me get that. Oh, the twice damage stab. That's a good call. Let's try that one out. So I really just need to like stab a little bit and run around with inner fire, right? That's the actual goal. So I could add movement speed into the build a little more to really try to get these numbers quicker, but I don't know if we're quite to that point that we need to do that. I guess it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, I don't really need them. I'm just trying to get my weapon, basically. So I try to just pick up crafting materials, because they're like auto-looting. And I figure as long as I'm killing like fast enough, I'm just getting more materials by getting to the next group of free pickup faster. So instead of having to like go back to town all the time, I'm just going to kind of spam run here, try to get some kills. You could even go with the gold fund build, but uses Reaper. Clear speed would be a lot faster. Yeah, I could. It's just not as fun, I guess. I want to play the new build. I mean, I could drop more damage and switch into bravery. I think I will add some movement speed just to do it. Because I could drop it even lower. And then really like one-shot stuff, like maybe actually one-shot stuff with the inner fire. How much damage does it do? Probably not a lot. Yeah, okay, never mind. We're not killing anything with that. It's like 200 damage a hit. Yeah, move speed is like very critical. I usually just ignore it like early because you don't get much of it before you start reinforcing, and you're like really hurting for stats just to make your build work. Then after that, I kind of just switch like fully into it. Yeah, I could poison everything else so much faster if I did that. You would have to go to W-1 for fire to kill. Yeah, but we're gonna lose like so much pack size. So I think I should... Yeah, Swordman, what's up, dude? I think I should at least try to stay in Wrath 4 or higher. But I think my biggest issue is just moving between enemies is going to be the slowest thing for me currently. have to go all the way around. Alright, so we'll roll some movement speed on this in a moment. And on this, I mean my gear. Oh, I shouldn't have done it that way, but oh well. Okay. Movement speed can go in ring, so we'll get rid of damage over time or something. Oh wait, we already have movement speed on this ring. Can we get it as the base stat as well? No. Okay, so we already have movement speed here, but it's kind of a low stat, so I'm gonna reroll that. Alright, we got 7. Perfect. We also have movement speed on this one. Try to get 7 as well. There we go. We have 2 movement speeds on here, 11.5 and 11. Or sorry, 11.5 and 7. So I guess I can try to get 11.5 up here. There we go. This should be able to get movement speed as a magic stat. So yep, let's grab that. Alright, there we go. Get 7. Sweet. Does this one get it as well? Not as a base stat. Magic stat? It does get movement speed as a magic / rare stat. I probably don't need like 27% more. I think I'm gonna keep this for now. Switch it later. This one, everything is locked in. But if I undo a rare stat, let's see what we can get. No movement speed, so that's fine. But the amulet should be able to get it. Yes, so instead of the damage over time, we can get movement speed. Let's do that. Alright, there it is, and try to get 7%. Perfect. Alright, so we basically have movement speed on everything except for the cape, which we could drop inner fire chains if we wanted to, but it should be pretty good. And let's see, so we can get rid of like all except for, oh, we don't even have the next one yet. That's actually the big one. What? Let me think. Wait, am I missing someone? Gear? 3, 3, 3. No, I'm not, because this is a really big point. So I need to get that one when I can. Oh, I have this stuff up here. Oh my god. This is so scuffed right now. Let's do that, and I'll just do the rest in movement speed, I guess. It's only an extra 1.5%, but sure. Not needed. Well, we finally got my attributes the way it should have been. 34. Yeah, I didn't realize I had the blue enabled. I had it enabled for the Huntress build, or the gold farm version, which I probably should change again. Doesn't seem very good to have. I mean, yeah, probably the more efficient way is to level this up as a bow character, like a arrow shot, but I don't know. It just feels cheap. Also know the YouTube guys are going to be following along, and it's like, don't want to just be like, oh yeah, just get on your super fast zoom character and knock out this primordial. So try to keep it self-contained where anyone could do this if they wanted. I think I should maybe lower it even more though, to like 4 or something. I think 4 is about as low as you should want to go. At least that's what I hear is like the highest pack size or whatever. From there it should be pretty consistent. Alright, let's lower it. Try 4. This is fast. So I'm just kind of hoping we can get even faster. Nice, alright. So if all goes well, we can just like stay in here. I just have to walk like basically into every enemy. Which maybe we can keep experimenting and drop this. Maybe drop a lot of this to gain. How much movement speed is this? This is 20%. Nothing crazy or nothing like too exciting, but more movement speed. As long as we can continue to kill, we can go really fast. W4 will probably be insta, 33% less damage. Oh, 38k to 20. Whatever. Yeah, the attribute is huge. We deal no LE damage. Alright, how many floors should we do before we actually check the Reaper again? I don't want to check it every 2 seconds, but I just want to mindlessly farm for a little while. If we can get enough damage, this is what it would be like at Wrath 10. Except we would have like 15 inner fires instead of 5. It'd also be wild if we could get it to where inner fire lasted like 2 minutes. And you just activated them like twice. Or once, and you just run through the whole level. Like right now, I won't do stab, and I'll see how far I can get. We still have 5 stacks. Still have 5. Alright, now we're starting to lose all the stacks, yeah. So that's 19 seconds. You say, if it can clear W10 at this speed, then is the build viable? I would say so, for sure. As like a material farmer or something? I know my night build, like, grapples once, whirlwinds once, and everything dies, right? So, like, that's probably about as fast as you can get. Maybe you could have, like, a mage that did the same thing, but they have a blink ability. So maybe there's, like, a situation where I could use, finesse with the instant teleport to try to, go even faster. Oh, does it not work with the double? And finesse actually, procs inner fire. I feel like I'm backtracking a lot, but maybe eventually I'd get the muscle memory to do this like really quickly. It teleports anyway, right? If you do it instantly. Because if I'm just standing here, I can teleport over there. Oh wait, what? Yeah, there we go. So it should work as like just a regular teleport. But it only does that if you have the teleport to the climax location instantly. Doesn't do that normally. So I mean, there could be a situation where I switch from stab and just do finesse for teleport and activating inner fire. But at that point, I mean, it's not really a... doesn't really matter about the ability. It's just inner fire poison build at that point. Which is fine. That means you have to be melee because you have to go around and actually pick up stuff, or hit to do inner fire. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't teleport me the first time. I don't know if I like somehow obstructed my character. Like I was aiming too close to the wall or something. So yeah, if I get enough damage, which I'm pretty sure the Reaper will give me enough, I could just walk through enemies like this. Also really curious to try out those rings once I find one. Maybe I can get to like 25 floors and then check the kill count. should get a good amount of it done. Oh, I didn't hit those guys somehow. Yeah, if the climax hit the wall, then I think it wouldn't work like if I did. Maybe if I did something like this where I'm standing here but my cursor is not straight above. Oh, well, it still worked. I don't know. I just somehow did it perfectly before where it didn't work. Could have been a bug. I would have to like watch it back a few times and see if it actually seems like a bug. I don't want to report something that isn't a bug. Like, my gut reaction is just like a weird angle that I couldn't replicate after trying one time. So Black Magic, have you been playing much Slowmancer? Or you just like to watch Slowmancer streams and theorycraft? Feels like there's less enemies going around. There might be less just because it's a lower wrath level. But I think I'm going fast enough that I can just continuously go up in floors instead of having to go up in levels. I would like to play. You know a lot about the game, you must have played a good amount. Intimidated by the grind wall? Oh wait, you haven't played at all? I would have betted like a lot saying that you had. Oh, you have played a lot. Okay. Except on 9th and the grind wall smacked me in the face. What do you mean by the grind wall? The quest for epic stats and legendaries without playing a Huntress? Can't play on downtime at work. Yeah, that's fair. You basically, like, the most efficient way currently in the game is probably make a secondary character to fuel your first character. You'll eventually, like, make back the time lost. I say eventually, it's like really quick actually. 'Cause it's like probably 6 to 8 hours to level a Huntress. And then you can start doing like Wrath 10 gold farming like basically right after. And then you'll start making like 30k a minute maybe at the low end. Which is still better than like my 2-minute like night build that does like a floor in 2 minutes. It gets like 15k. Still twice as efficient. And then eventually the hunter starts getting up to like 100k a minute. And then it's like too much efficiency to ignore or to ever like make up. Didn't even have 5k a minute. Let's see. Man, out of the Huntress at level 40 didn't even have 5k a minute. Huntress from start thinking that's a gold fine build. Yeah, the Huntress is crazy for getting gold. It's actually ridiculous. Some people on YouTube were asking me about how I like started off the character, so I went and found the VODs and I'll be uploading those soon. But yeah, I was looking back through the VODs and I was making like 30k the day I hit 40, 30k a minute. And then from there it was just like maximizing rebound and crit and pierce and all that stuff. With a bit of a kickstart from level 34 mage. It feels maybe a little weird that you have to play a Huntress if you like don't want to invest a ridiculous amount of time. Even still, I mean, you can still invest a lot of time. But if you try to do it all with like a knight character farming Wrath 10, it's gonna take you a ridiculous amount of time. Hey, we got an epic. Epic! I did have lots of mats for my knight, because I played the knight like for 2 weeks or something. Got him finally to Wrath 10, but I mean, if I would have known, I would have just started with a Huntress build and started off like that. Like if I made a new profile today, I would just level up Huntress, and then even if I'm making like 5k a minute, I can buy better gear at the gambler really quickly, and then start making like 20k a minute, 30k a minute, so on and so forth, until I can like fund everything. It would have been a lot faster than my knight trying to get materials. Yeah, it's still a lot of time, but it's like a lot of time that saves you a lot of time. So it's like if you really want to do everything in the game at this point, then I definitely recommend the Huntress. Things will probably change in the future though, where you won't actually need the Huntress. Either in the form of a nerf or in the form of more options for the other classes. Or some other in-game content where you know, going fast on Huntress isn't the only viable thing. Going slower on a knight, but like actually killing really difficult like bosses. That's why I would go for gold farm build first. Correction, I am going for gold farm build first. Hey, as you should. Since all the knowledge is out there now, yeah, definitely. But before, when I didn't know anything, I was like, oh yeah, knight's a good idea. Which I still love my knight the most, probably. Out of all the characters I've done. Yeah, he's not really... Like, I guess he was good at really getting materials. You just grappling hook everything, then you whirlwind them all down. So you get a lot of materials with him, more than I probably get with the Huntress. But it really depends if, like, as far as time goes, because you could just farm gold on the Huntress and turn that into materials, but I mean that's the time to farm the gold and the time to gamble away the gold to get the materials, whereas the Knight just kind of runs in and gets the materials instantly. So it kind of just depends how much time you have. But you actually need gold as well if you want to actually just buy legendaries from the gamble. I'm a pack rat while farming. I'm kind of one of those people that's like, if I'm not playing the build that does the thing the best, then I'm not doing the thing. So like I'm not worried about picking up gold or materials on this character. Like if I auto pick it up, great, but I'm not going to go back like every 2 seconds to try to salvage stuff. Because I could just go faster on this character now and be that much, I don't know. Basically, like, anytime I'm like sitting there looting or going back and salvaging, I could just be killing more monsters and getting more like the auto pickup drops. So I can just chain go and then later I'll go gold find. Yeah, low into the build you have 0 mats for sure. Like it makes me almost want to start a new profile and see how bad it actually was, but that's a lot. That's a lot. That's like, I don't know, 10 hours just to see how it actually looks at that level again. But yes, when you don't have movement speed, you don't have damage, picking up anything and everything you find is definitely a good idea. I can tell you it's rough. Crit chance is hard. I mean, I didn't even know about reinforcing until like, I don't know, a week into the game or something. I made a basic crafting guide and I didn't even know reinforce was a thing. Thought the blacksmith was like all the crafting. Then there's like some random reinforced stuff. It's like, oh, okay. But I was only playing the knight at that point. Yeah, reinforcing is expensive, especially the higher you go. I mean, at some point in the game, on any character, you have to just kind of grind it out. I just think it's the easiest to start with the Huntress and grind it out that way. And like start with the Knight, grind materials, reroll a Huntress, grind gold. You just start with grinding gold, convert that to materials. But obviously I'm a little biased because like I did the first option, so I already had a little bit of a nest egg to get the Huntress character started. So I know that's like not 100% what I did, so I can't really speak with it. But if I did it again, I know I could do everything faster with the Huntress, like guaranteed. I mean, there's just nowhere to go with the other classes. Like, if you got lucky and got a fleece early, like, maybe. On, like, a mage or something, you're playing, like, arcane missiles or orb. But on, like, the knight, there's not really much you can do either. Like, if you, I guess if you got fleece and you were going, like, a stick throw build, then maybe you could gold farm that way early. But the Huntress doesn't even need the fleece, so it's kind of crazy. I wonder if there's some other skill the Huntress could have gone to get crit chance early. Like, because everyone uses arrow shot, right? But it's just like fork, pierce, fork, extra arrows, fork, right? You could have gone like stab, and you would have gotten the Ancestral strike chance, you would have gotten some melee recast chance, which will give you some extra critical strike chance. Roll a bunch of recast chance on your gear. Extra crit that way, you get crit bonus. I don't know. Maybe you could have like very early on farmed with stab to get gold. And then switch into arrow shot. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's still better just to do arrow shot. Yo, hi by the way. Oh, let's see. A nice streamer explained how he got his items to plus 18 yesterday. I was shocked, struggling at plus 12. I mean, I'm curious. Besides the like crafting common items, that's like the main way I would know how to do it. It's cheaper. But I mean, the highest I've ever done is 12. So I'm just kind of like, that's pretty crazy. Like, you have to play a lot, or you have to be cheating. I mean, I don't really see any other way around it. The arrows are better for gold farming. I mean, yeah, eventually. It's just like, you were saying the crit was really hard to get, so I wasn't sure if you could go a different way and get the crit early, just to get the extra gold, and then switch into the arrows later. Yeah, I think they'll be right. I think there'll just be other options. But yeah, Grobidar, if you want to share some knowledge with the class, I'm interested to listen. Because I see two issues. One is like materials. Materials is like a big issue actually. Getting the high tier Slorm lines. Gold isn't as big of an issue. I know some stuff costs like 15 mil, but that's like, you can grind that out. And you can always double reinforce from like 10 to 12, 12 to 14, 14 to 16, 16 to 18. But that's still like, you need so much materials. And if he did that with every piece of gear, I don't see how he did that. The highest Slorm line I've found just in the wild has been an 11. And yeah, you would need so many 11s to upgrade. But if you did it on common items, then you could use the common, what are they called? These things, normal Slorm lines. And get a lot of percentage. Highest Slorm light you found was 10. Yeah, the highest level one you can craft currently is 15. So unless that guy's crafting common items and then crafting them the other way, I don't see how he's doing it. Because that's something I haven't really engaged in. Because I currently value epic stats more than I value reinforce over level 12, but once I get hooked up with more epic materials, maybe I will switch my ways, go more into base magic and rare stats are more important, and epic is like whatever. Because I mean, there is a big difference between plus 12 and plus 18 gear as far as stats are concerned. So it's like maybe I could make up all the epic stats I've been trying to get by just rolling my other items like higher reinforce, that is. First I didn't know you could use Slorm lines to raise the percentage, yeah. Yeah, I mean most of them are really expensive. Like, I usually start with epic gear, so I never have epic Slorm lines to waste when trying to reinforce. But when you're using common gear, you have so many, so you can just kind of throw them all away. Maybe that's something I should do at some point, like a crafting stream. See if I can just craft like high plus gear. I don't know. I don't even know what character would need it. I mean, the answer is like no characters really need it, but we could try now. Pick up a +6 or 8 from the floor. Maybe I could. It's just not that much harder to go from 0 to 6. He uses a lot of Slurmlines, Slurmandites, and aptitudes for crit and enhancement, and harmonies for less failure chance. Yeah, okay. I mean, I've seen people do you get the double. So we'd use, I think it's these give you the double chance, and then these reduce the failure rate. So you would use the virtues and harmony together if you wanted to get 100% double reinforced chance with no failure chance. But yeah. I don't know. I'd have to try it with the common item. There was a +2. That's gotta be like some long crafting projects. Because you have to roll it to +18 as a common item. And then you have to add magic rare, which is easy. That's the easy part. Base magic rare. And you have to add epics and legendaries. And reroll the legendary until you get the one you want. The legendary one hurts my soul. But you could just stop at like rare gear, I guess. Because rare +18 gear is probably equal to like epic +12 gear. I don't know. That's kind of... No math was done, but I would say something like that. Like if you have a rare stat that's like crit damage, movement speed as like your rare item, and then you have like the same stats on an epic item, we also have those 3 as the epic stats. They're probably about equal. I think you'll aim for 15. Lego effects are not that good. It depends which one it is. A lot of them are like survival. I would say shoulders are like the biggest slot. You either get the max Reaper damage or you get extra projectiles, and both of those are like super sick. I don't know about any of the other shoulders, but those two are like incredible. The chest is all defense, the helm is all defense unless you're doing like a mana stacker. What else is there? Boots are usually whatever. Maybe there's some builds that care about boots. Cape's kind of whatever. You can get some free damage reduction. Same with belt, you get some damage reduction. That's about it. Unless you're doing like something with traps where the pulls in the trapped enemies. Boots have a lot of stats. Do you pick up white items sometimes? Usually not. I usually just pick up the Slormites and fragments that drop. You're talking about to get normal Slormite fragments? I just have a lot. But I guess I should always just get more and more and more. But I usually don't. I usually don't pick up anything that isn't auto loot unless it's epics or legendaries. Which is probably a bad habit. Because yeah, you can't craft it from the Slurm lines, right? Yeah, it has to be from the fragments. That great game, it seems. Yeah, I'm probably like shooting myself in the foot in some aspects, but it's like my current goal is get the primordial as fast as possible. And then if I switch my goals to get plus whatever gear as fast as possible, then I'll switch my strategy and start picking up tons of white items. Like do one floor, pick up all the white items, do another floor, pick up all the white items. I don't know, that's just how I play. with harmonies. Which one's harmonies? This one? Yeah, the one that reduces the failure rate. You have to do this as common, right? There's like no way to do it any other way. Like maybe I have enough rares I could do a couple, but I don't have any rare gear, so I'm just kind of like leveling gear and upgrading it to levels, which I guess is how like they initially intended you to play. But you can skip like most of the levels by just using more crafting materials. Which I guess you can't do on your first character, you can't really skip, but on your second character you can skip. It's so cheap to add magic and rare sense. Yeah, it just kind of, it's been like the opposite, or it sounds like it's the opposite strategy of what I've been doing, where I am trying to find good epic stats outright, or a good legendary, and then add all the stats. We missed 2 portals? What? Must be here. Yeah, change strategies too to make it less boring. Yeah. I would. Yeah, let's see. Maybe later in the dev cycles, the epic stats will be easier. I think so too. Like, I think when you get to max level, like real max level, 100, epics are going to be kind of like greens are now. And gambling is going to be so inefficient compared to what else you could do. So I think the gambling cost increases depending on your character level, which it also increases the item levels that you get out of the gambling. So I think as you level up to 100, it's going to be really expensive to gamble and not really worth it. Because you can probably just play the game and actually like get legendaries to drop way more often. The current state of the game is this is what we have to do. Also, XP will be way easier to get, so it should be much quicker to reinforce gear. You also should be able to get higher level Slormites, so everything should be easier, I would think. Can you get Legos at level 1? No, they start dropping at level 35. Same with gambling. They don't show up until later. Because the eye level of the gamble is going to be equal to your character level. So you're only going to get like eye level 1 stuff. Just not going to have it. It's kind of the same with like a lot of the mods. They don't show up until like level 25. So I think the gear actually has to be a certain eye level to even get legendary stats. Hey, Stone Reaper 69. Alright, I want to do 6 more floors, and then we'll check the Reaper, see how many kills we're up to. What do you guys think? What are we going to be up to after 6 more floors? We started at 25k. Or sorry, 24k. Over 9,000. Hey, if we got an extra 9,000, that'd be awesome. Bring me up to 33? That might actually be correct. We don't have that meme. Does it come up much? I tried to find some that are like we would use a lot. It's weird because I like so many memes, but if you guys can't actually respond with them, they're kind of trash at the same time. I guess numbers come up a pretty good amount though. I don't even remember the Spanish voices when I first saw it. I've never seen the Spanish version.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
That one's so good. We got a little legendary we got here. The barrage shots. Not what we need. Could have been a ring I needed. Was not the ring I needed. Oh well. So we crafted a plus 18 after this. Probably not an 18. That's gonna eat up all my mats for seemingly no reason. I think I'm happy with like 12s, honestly. I may have to grind out 12s, I guess. But let me see. I'm at like 5s, right? So I'm gonna go to 6s. We can try doing like a 10 or 12, but I only have a few of like high level Slormites, so I don't want to just like trash everything I have to like YOLO on some random item. Yeah, on like a normal item, but I still have to use the Slormites. And I only have like 4 or 5 level 11 Slormites. Life is YOLO. That's true. I mean, I definitely need to test it out. I just may not go too crazy with it. Just get the idea down. See what's possible. So it'll be more just for my own knowledge than like trying to get plus 18 gear. It's just gonna get to the point where I can't support it. Like, I make too many new builds, I guess. That trying to make plus 15 gear for every build is gonna be way too much. And it's gonna be very unrelatable. If I'm trying to like do like a 0 to hero type of build thing, I'm like, alright, start off by getting your common items, 1 for each slot, and go ahead and put it all at plus 18, and then we'll start crafting. Let's see. We can test a plus 4 item with the level 3 Slurmite for double reinforced. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I want to see. Is like how many of these, like how far can normal Slurm lines take you if you just keep using like garbage Slurmite. There's a plus 2 handguard. We'll try to find better. Let's do this. There we go. A few more floors, then we'll do it. I didn't get the concept completely yet. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to get my grasp on it. I think I have the idea down. Just because I've kind of heard about this, but I haven't actually done it. And until you do it, it's kind of not really, I don't know. I can't really like visualize it 100% that's gonna work. And like what materials I should kind of throw in to be efficient. But I'll give it a go. Like one item. Because I could see in theory that like every slot in the game can be converted to the perfect item for any build in the game. So if you wanted to, you could invest heavily into your gear, get plus 18 for like a common item of each slot, then just craft it up to whatever items you wanted. And then every time you play a new build, you just craft it again. But I don't like to play that way. I like to have a different gear set so I can always go back to the build if I want to. But that's like a strategy you could use. A +1 with level 0. Basically, we have a plus 16 item, then we have a level 15 slim light to get double reinforced. Get the plus 16 to plus 18, subtract 15 from everything. Yeah, I see what you're saying, that like you're downranking your Slormites and you're making it up with other crafting materials, but I just have to do it to actually see it in action. Because you basically have to force 100% chance, or you have a chance of losing your Slormite, and that is definitely not worth it. So you gotta find a way to always double reinforce, maybe double reinforce plus critical reinforce, and always have a 100% chance not to fail. If you can't get like most of that, then you're gonna have a bad time. I farm too slowly with the mage, so I watch you spend the money. Oh yeah, we probably also need to gamble a little bit, right? Try to get some of these items we need. But I'll have to see. I'll have to see how many kills we get here to know if we're actually going to be able to hit the primordial tonight, or it's going to be a tomorrow thing. I mean, anything we do is going to help gear the build up. But it's just going to be like, what do you want to prioritize, and what do I want to get done now versus later? So I feel like you guys get kind of bored of gambling after a while, so I try not to gamble for like too much on stream. And I feel like you guys also get bored at gold farming, so I try to do those two things off stream for the most part. But every now and then you guys convince me, or you want to see some gambling. There was a +1 in the other room. I have a +2 on me currently. A glove. Yeah, there's a +1 up there. There's like a weird strategy of maybe I should like pick up every like plus level item, especially if it's like +6 or +8, and then extract the Slorm lines. But man. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this +2 and get it to like 8 to 10 range and see like what we can do. See if we can use like Slormites level 8 and below to get it to 10, or get it to 12. See how that looks. Because we can just scale it down so we're not actually spending our expensive materials. So we could try to use level like 4 Slormites and try to get an item to like level 8 +8. See how that goes. Yeah, extract gives one less item than it. Might not be worth it unless we start seeing like really high level stuff dropping, like +8s. Because you could just do like another layer or two, and then the vendor's gonna sell you probably some decent 5s to 9s. Which, I mean, I buy everything from the vendor. And then technically I could spend a lot of time converting stuff from the vendor into like actual fragments, and then turn those fragments into slime line and upgrade all the slime line. But it's gonna take like an actual eternity. It's not very fun. But I could do the regular gamble box for common items, and I could do the other gamble box for the other materials, and then slowly just combine everything. So there's another 2. Not really what I want. Like a 3 or something. But it doesn't matter. It's so low it doesn't really make a difference. You're gonna go get some dinner? Alright, dude. Well, we're gonna finish this floor, and then we're gonna try out the crafting thing and probably some gambling. Or should I say gamba? We'll be back in 30 minutes. Alright. Sounds good. I also wish there was a way I could highlight Slarmites that are like high level, so I don't actually miss them. All the names look exactly the same to me. I don't know, there's like a complete flawless, which I think is the highest one that can drop. Or at least the highest that I've seen drop. Maybe there's rarer ones. Alright, last floor. Last portal. Let's see what we get up to. So how many kills do we have? 7.8 thousand in 51 minutes. Okay. 7.8, 51 minutes. That brings us up to 34. So yeah, we're only missing like less than 6k. So yeah, we could definitely get this done in like 40 minutes. I think that's right. 40 minutes, 6k. Yeah, something like that. So I can definitely get that done tonight. Area increase size, elite damage reduction, rod shots. I'm pretty sure I have this ring, but let me check just to make sure. Yes, it's eye level 40 instead. Oh, I dusted the the common item. Whoops. Alright, well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and... God, all my stuff is not organized. Alright, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 10, 11, 5, 3. Okay. So let's go get one white item. Common item. Oh, I'm gonna buy all this stuff too. Oh, she has an epic slim line. Thank you, please. Alright, so let's get something here. Is anything RD plus? Well, everything's level 40. So maybe I'll go with the amulet. Because amulets, like, I don't really care about being epic or legendary, I should say. Okay, let's get rid of this, and that one. Alright, let's see how this goes. So, we throw this in here. With this. 0 potential. Okay. But we can use these, right, to increase it. We can use 10 of these with level 0. Easy, okay? So we can use another level 0, right? And you can go up to another... Oh, you can only go up to 50. Because you always have a 50 failure rate. So then you'd have to use these things to reduce the failure chance. Potential to 100%, remember. Don't burn excess mats. Yeah, I mean, I already see, like, how to do it. So, I mean, you'd still want to do basically this until you got however high you wanted. So, I mean, I'll just be keeping this amulet. But these normal slim lines are worth basically nothing. If you try to do this with an epic, it would be way too expensive. Like, oh, whoops. Aw, I wanted to -2. There we go. So you have 10 per, that's pretty easy. On to 50 failure rate. Let's do this one as well. We can just continue to use 6s. 6, 7. I mean, let's just go. We'll just go and see how high we can get. Seems pretty cheap so far. And I can just craft this into something at some point. Oh, use the low level to test the amount of mats? I can still test the amount of mats. So, let's see. Sure. So that brings us to 10. So if I wanted to do like a different amount, we'd go back to 8. So 100% failure rate. You have to put in like 100 of these to reduce the failure rate. Which I put in 200 just to show off. Then you can minus the amount of those. Yeah, I was just testing the 8, right? Like we have 10 here with an 8. We put in a 7. We have a 100% failure rate. You could put these in, and you get your failure rate back, and you could do it like this. So you could do it with like low level stuff. You just need 100 of these to reduce the failure rate. And then you could also add in these here to give you this double reinforce chance. So you can go double reinforce up to 100, and you can go failure rate to 0, so you have a 100% chance to get a double. There's a lot of mats. So that's with that, but we're at a 10. Could you do it with a 6 as well? You probably could, right? Because you can't get over 100 failure rate. So could we do it with a 1? Or a 0? Oh, a 0. And then we put in reduce failure rate. That's not the reduce. It's just the reduce failure. It just doesn't work. Okay. So you can't do 0. Can't do 1. Or maybe it does go over 100% failure rate. And I just have like a crazy amount of failure. Yeah, I must have a crazy amount of failure. Because this is a plus 4. And if I had 80 more, then I could do it. So I'd need 300 to counteract here. And if that's true... Yeah, so each one minuses 50%. You need 50 more per level up, what it seems like. You would need a ton more with level 1, I guess. Yeah, you would need... I don't even know how much. But this one needs 220 plus another 30. So you need 250 for level 5. So I guess you need 50 per level? There's 50 failure rate per level? I don't know. Let's see, that one's fine. So that means we should be able to go the other way, right? 100. We keep adding in, and it's not going to do anything until we hit like some threshold. So it should be different multiples of 50 Alright, so let's 51. Okay, so yeah, 51 made us get there, so we need 150 for this one. It isn't awful. What was this? This was a 7. I mean, I would at least just use another 8 here. Let's see how much I need for an 8. Okay, you need 100 for an 8. We could go from 11 to 12 here with an 8. And you could do the same thing with like a 10 or something. That's not too difficult. Just throw stuff at things. I mean, in theory, you'd go to... I would use like a 9 here, I guess, if I wanted to be like really efficient. And then I would double it with this stuff here. And then do 100 of these. I guess we need slightly more than 100. Yeah, we need 110. Okay. Oh, I have no chance to actually succeed. Oh, weird. Okay. What? I have 0 failure, but I have 0 success. Oh, so I haven't actually... None of these are actually successful then. Now the alarm line. So this is with a 10. Wait, why is my potential so low? Because it's already 10? Oh, derp. Yeah. Okay, I see what it did. Let's try it with a 9. Yes, okay. Okay, I see now. So this would bring me to a 12 with a 9. If I wanted to use an 8, 50. Just don't do anything because we're stuck at the 50 failure rate. But I could do this. Yeah, every 50 you can go down a Slurm line. Okay. It's not bad. It's pretty easy. Like, that's pretty easy, right? It just costs a lot of these things. Yeah, capped out at 40. Those are white and blue? Yeah, I believe so. Let's a 10 go into 12, or we can keep a 10, use a 9, but it costs 50 more of these. Not horrible. Not horrible. Missing Link, what's up, dude? You hear back about your kitties yet? Yeah, we got the new emotes. New emotes. Looking at all this stuff here. So I mean, we could easily go from a 5 to a 12. I just don't know what I would want to do after this. Like, so obviously you put this in, go to 12, and then I can put in the 11. I guess we just try it. Let's just try it. Alright, so we got the 12 here. Oh, got a 12. My highest is 11. Eventually you would just craft. So if we scaled this up to 14, you would go 14, put in a bunch of these harmonies, like maybe 200, put in a bunch of these to double reinforce, you go to 14, you would go to 16, and then you have to do all of that again, and just put in more of these harmonies, and you can go to 18. That's not hard, it's easy. I mean, it costs a lot, but it's easy. Let's see, you got accepts on the application, now just need to get in there when you're not working. Nice, dude. Nice, nice, nice. So let's just put this in here as like a future item we'll craft on. That was good to know. Still don't think it's like really worth it yet, but it's cool. Like, it is free stats. I just currently value epic stuff more than I do reinforce, which maybe that's a mistake on my part. So maybe you get more stats for just going for like a 14 instead of trying to get epic stats. Yeah, lots of white gear to deassemble would be easier if they add this feature in inventory. Yeah, that'd be great. So you don't have to go back and forth. And these do cost, oh, they cost everything, but mostly common items. So 250 and 3. So this is basically free. This is the expensive one here, the normal fragments. It's gonna really cost you. You have to do it times 11 for every single like piece of gear you have. So let's just go ahead and upgrade this stuff to +6. We should just need 5s for. Oh, we got a double reinforcement. Heck yeah. Yeah, what I've currently been doing is just actually getting the potential to 100. And then once things are like +10, I just start doing the double reinforce with 0 failure chance. And that's been fine by me. But it is going to make it like impossible to get 18 because you have to play so much. Like, you'd have to play an actual insane amount of time. Okay, let's see. Critical strike chance 63. We didn't actually increase it at all with any of that. We got more movement speed, so that's cool. Inner fire chance is 98%, so heck yeah. Popping off in that regard. We can probably switch away from this inner fire chance now and get them more movement speed to really go fast. Whatever. Should we kill stuff or should we gamble? Let's gamble at least to a legendary. Basically need 10 whites to up the chance. 10 whites to up the chance. Yeah, so what basically happens is your chance can go to 0, but you need 10. So if you want to do the same thing for epic stats, you could, but you need 10 epic slurmites, which is just another option. It's going to cost you probably... Actually, it only costs you 10, right? And you have to do it like 2 or 3 times, so it'd be like 30 epic slurm lines, which might be cheaper. It might still be cheaper to get epic gear and try to upgrade it that way, just because yeah, for epics you can use critical enhancement. Which one gives you critical? Because that's something I haven't messed around with, trying to get like 100% critical. Yeah, I saw the one that gives me double. That's the double. That's the one I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with that one. Okay. This one gives you critical. I don't have a stupid little thing on me. It gives you critical. So you can go up to 100% critical. What was the 2 stats? Critical reinforcement chance, critical potential. What's a critical potential? Okay, so that's one I have to look at. And failure, and this one gives you reinforced chance, critical reinforce, critical potential, double reinforce, and failure. So this one is like the best one, but you need so many, and you would still have to reduce the failure chance. So that would take up 1 slot, that would take up the other slot. And you can get 100% double, 100% critical reinforcement, and 100% reinforced chance all at the same time. Oh god, that would be a nightmare. Oh, it doesn't add double reinforce? Oh, never mind then. It's not really worth it then. Alright, let's gamble at least until we get a legendary. And then I'm probably gonna get the primordial, because it's gonna take like 40 minutes. I don't actually know if double reinforce is the way to go, since it also raises the number of harmonies. Yeah, it may not be worth it as a common item, but it seems worth it as an epic item. So you use less like epic Stormlights or epic legendary Stormlines. It just depends how you like what you're crafting, I guess. If you're doing it from the common item, I think it's probably not worth doing the double. Now that I think about it. But if you're doing it from like an actual epic or higher item, it's probably worth doing a double. And if you're on level 16 to 18, you're one level below. I think the final level you should definitely try to double if you can. If you can get 100% double from 16 to 18, I think it's worth it. This is all as common items though. Once you move up to epic, I think the whole game changes. Hey, we got a legendary already. So let's see, we can do the Squad of Eternity. We have that one. Uncle's Hollow. I don't know if I have this one. Oh, I do have it. Never mind. Overdrive Multiplier and Explosive Frenzy. I'll take it anyway, just in case. But pretty sure I got that one. Then from 18 to 20, you're skipping 19, you're saving more than 100. Yeah, I'd have to actually mess around with it, but yeah, I think skipping is worth it at the high end. Hey, look at that, second legendary already. Shield Globes, Critical Strike Chance, kind of some of the same stuff. Let's take these, I guess. Saving on gold is a huge time save. So you're saying that the common way to craft it is the best? Versus trying to find good epic stats and then trying to reinforce it later? I feel like you could actually grind out 0 to 10 pretty easily, like just by actually playing the game. But then after 0 to 10 it gets very sketchy how far you can get. It's going to cost you a lot of epic Slormlines? It's going to cost you more gold for higher rarity. Would definitely get a normal item to high reinforced and add stats. Yeah, might be the way to go. I don't know if I'm quite that serious yet in the early access, but maybe I need to start doing that in the future. Oh, let's see if I have these. So I do have plus hollow. I have it already plus 7 too. Deramasa's awareness. Level 40, 3890, 5090, sure. Keep in mind you can get that stupid reinforced levels a lot more easily, like 24. Oh, get this stupid really easily. Yeah, I guess that's true. Should probably look at doing that more, but I don't know. I guess I'm currently happy with like 10 to 12, but maybe things will change. It's just gonna be so hard to add legendary stats to like 8 of your 11 items. Like if I'm thinking about if I did my night build that way, and I got everything to 18, and then I had to go back and do 5 epic storm lines for each piece of gear, and then 5 legendary ones for each piece of gear. Like, I just wouldn't have legendaries in the build. Which doesn't really need it, but they're really cool. It's like, is 18 cooler than legendaries? I don't know. 18 is too short-sighted. I mean, I'm just talking for this point of early access. I mean, I'm definitely not going to go for like plus 20 something at this point, when you can do all the content with like plus 8 to 10. But once there's hard enough content, it sounds really cool. Maybe I can... Now that's an idea. Maybe I can just have one of each gear slot and have it kind of ready to go for the next early access. So I'd have like a plus 18 of every slot, and then I would just have gear that's ready to craft for any build. In theory, you can go to plus 100. Yeah, I mean, if you want to hack the game, I guess. I don't know if anyone has enough time to get plus 100 before July. 18 is too low. I hear you, dude. I hear you, but like, it's good enough right now. Now, I'm not saying with hacking, like, I'm just saying, like, how are you gonna get reinforced level 100 before July, playing legit? Yeah, the gold will be a wall for sure. And I think the materials would be a wall. Like, there's just not, unless you can play like every hour of every day and you're farming super efficient. And even then, I still don't know. Because you would need, you might be able to get like one piece, maybe. Maybe. But to get 11 pieces? No way, dude. You don't need the 15, you just need, well, it only goes up to 14, but you're still right, like, you can just keep downscaling it. It's just gonna eat up your other materials. Yeah, which harmonies are 200 common fragments, 50 magic fragments, and 3 rare. The rare is basically free, but the common is crazy. But I'm about to... You have a ton of fragments? I also don't have like a build I want to do this on, because all my builds already have epic slash legendary gear. So it'd have to be like for a new build that I would feel like I would need it for. Yeah, the common frags are actually the bottleneck. But if you try to reinforce the epics the other way, then the epic frags are going to be the bottleneck. So you're going to have a bottleneck either at the common level or the epic level, no matter what you do. And if it's a legendary, it's just going to be at the legendary level. This build doesn't have the melee recast chance. I mean, we're getting there. So let's see, we have 10 here. We can probably get that up higher. 11 here. I mean, what's my total, right? 50. We have a long way to go. But I guess stab also has an additional 25%. Yeah, so we need to get 25%. And how many stats do we have on gear? 1, 2. We can also add epic stats. We have 3, 4. 5. Alright, we have 5 stats giving us 50. So we need to get 50% more juice, or we need to get epic stats. That gives us melee recast chance if we want to get there. Oh no, we only need 25. Yeah, okay, never mind, what I said is right. We need 25 more percent, so my 5 stats need to give me 50% more than what they currently are. Yeah, unless you go epic. I don't know, maybe I'm being stubborn, but it feels like I should just wait for the next build to do something like that. So I think it's going to cost me way more materials than what I'm currently doing. And what I've currently been doing has been very fine for all my builds. But maybe like we were saying before, if I go like plus 15 all rare gear, maybe it can equal out to like plus 10 all epic gear. And you could slowly upgrade your other gear from there. Orb mage build? Orb mage build? Orb mage build? Oh, I missed the portal all the way over here. Whoops. Whoops. So I probably need like 20 floors to get my primordial, if I had to guess. Based off of the last one I did. It's 25 of them, it's gonna be 8. I need 6. Well, less than 6 now, but... Either way. Definitely getting primordial tonight, so that's cool. I'll have to think of more about that reinforcing thing. There's some slots that I like never get legendaries in. I think it'd be really good for those slots. But I never do it for bracers. There's only like 6 different belts in the game, so belts are probably a good idea. Capes, there's only like 4 for each class, maybe 5. So that might be an easy one. What else? Oh, amulets. Most builds don't care about rings. Because I'm playing one that does care about rings. I just haven't found the rings. And there's a ton of different rings as far as legendaries go. So if you need a legendary ring, it's going to be very difficult to get that. But all this is probably going to be so much easier later in the game. Like, you only have to worry about the materials or like anything. Recancel the finesse is kind of weird when I'm using it to teleport. I think you talked about this earlier, but I'm not sure. Okay. I'm willing to talk about anything again. What you got for me? Let's say I have... Alright, if I have, let's say, 1000 health in my magic gear, will this stat raise if I apply rare stats? No, it's not going to raise. Should keep the score the same. As far as like the range that the stats roll, that's all because of reinforced level. The higher reinforced, the higher the amount. And since like rolls are shared between magic and rare, it's not like you can roll life again as a magic stat in addition to a rare stat. Yeah, no problem. I've done a lot of crafting like that, I just haven't done a lot of crafting with the reinforce. But it seems pretty easy. I mean, it's just like throw mats at it, get reinforced levels. Use the window until you get everything to 100% basically. What would be cool is if at some point in the game they make it to where you can break down Slurm lines into fragments. Yo, Apprentice. Dude. I'm wondering if you're still playing this game. You got all quiet. I was like, he did go on a job interview, so maybe he got the job and now he's been working all the time. I had to play PoE because my community voted for it. Oof. You should have just played hardcore and then just died like right off the bat. And you're like, alright guys, well, you know, that was cool. Thanks for playing. You've been working too? Did you get the new job? Or are you working at your other job? Your new job, nice. Your OnlyFans thing. Hotel clerk. Seems pretty fun. Like, pretty chill. Maybe fun's the wrong word? Seems chill. Granted, I don't know what your job duties are, but if you're just like a, you know, sit at the desk and help people with their key cards and tell them their card got declined and all that, seems pretty chill. I don't know if you also have to like do bellhop type responsibilities or not. It sounds like you might just be working reception. Well, I don't know if you saw this build, but we're playing like a poison Melee Huntress build. I just do whatever the boss tells me. I don't care what it is. It's better than working fast food. Yeah, you see the inner fires? Yeah. Run around with inner fire. This is basically righteous fire with a couple of melee attacks sprinkled in there. I haven't been able to get the rings yet. There's two, or well, there's a legendary ring that gives you +5 inner fire stacks. And I could get 2 of them. So I could go up to 15 inner fires. just sounds hilarious. I barely played PoE, and I'm burnt out on LE, so it's a nice change of pace. Yeah, I mean, I feel that. I'm kind of in like a similar boat. I got, you know, burnt out on PoE, playing Slurmancer, and then at some point, I'll try out LE. Everybody told me to wait for the next update though, so I'm gonna wait on that. Does the game ever go on sale? I think PoE is a game you play for a month and wait for next league. That's what you should do. Some people play for 3 months and then they have no time for other games, and that feels kind of bad. Which, I mean, I played for like 2 months? 2 months and like a week last league, so I think that's why I got burned out. There was a lot of characters I wanted to play, and it kind of hinted that they were going to nerf a lot of stuff, so I wanted to play everything that was going to get nerfed. And I basically did. It went on sale once. Okay. I need it to go on sale again. That would be tight. I've had it on my wish list forever, but it never goes on sale.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
What's up, Link? Oh, man. It's a top tier meme. Also, I'm pretty sure we can get Primordial in like a few more floors. Before I gotta go feed the kitties. So it's a race. Then we can start leveling that up. Wait, did they add a priest? It's a Slurmancer? No, they haven't added anything yet. No priest. I think they're gonna add like a barbarian or marauder, whatever you want to call it, and a necromancer when they add another class. Because they released like the weapon types, and it's like a scythe and it's a two-handed axe, I believe, or an axe. There's already a knight character. So Black Magic, we're thinking about it a little bit, and there are some... I think I should do reinforced gear on slots that I don't care about the legendary. So like, this character doesn't care about bracers. The helm would be nice, but there's only a few helms. Amulet, there's nothing good. Boots, there's nothing good. Chest, there's like a couple nice ones. And you could probably go like reverse for the cape and the belt, because there's only like 4 or 5 different capes in the game and like 6 different belts, so you could probably get away with it. Gloves might be possible too, because you could do the stab gloves or you could do the cooldown reduction gloves, and both are probably viable. Are we having a plus 20? Sure, plus 20. I don't think this character's gonna need it. That's the only thing. I should still probably just wait on the next character. Try to farm up like a set of plus 20s. And then use those on whatever the next character is that I play. And see how easy it is to gear things, or how different it is. Just to make a good YouTube video. Yeah, I need to do something with that, because I haven't crafted any gear on YouTube that direction. I mean, so far it's been like more starter friendly type stuff. More starter friendly and like super in-game stuff. But really you just want to put the information out there and then people can do with it whatever they want. But I guess it wouldn't be hard to get plus 10 on like all common items really easily. And then the plus 20 is going to be kind of rough. I just need to test it out a little more. How to get gear to plus 100 on Slowmaster. Download an editor. There you go. It's the only way to do it before July. No, you could maybe do it legit, but man. I hope they do encrypt the files at some point. But it's probably in the same vein as like multiplayer to them. It's like not something they really care about. At least it's single player, so it's like if people want to play it as a sandbox, they can. Yeah, that would be the grind wall. That's not a grind I would be okay with. Be like, well, I already have plenty of stats. I don't really need plus 100 gear. And if you got like, so if I was the person that got gear to even just like some absurd level like plus 30, right? I'm pretty sure it would just get nerfed. So it's like you could do all the effort to like get plus 30 gear, and then they're either gonna nerf the amount of stats you get, or they're gonna nerf like the method, I feel. So I don't know if it's worth really investing too much time into. Gonna wait till they fix the gold issue. What gold issue? The mandatory Huntress farm character? Is that what you mean by gold issue? No problem here. I don't like being shoehorned. You trying to gaslight, bro? Saying there's no other way to make money in the game. You strawmanning, dude? Have you heard of my boy, the Golden Fleece? And arcane missiles? No, but like, unironically, it's like 100% Huntress. Sure, those items exist if you're like a rich boy already, and you can just force those to happen. But early on, you can't just get it. Why am I always at 50k gold as a mage? Because everything costs like 15k to do anything. Well, you want to gamble for a legendary? That's 11k. That's 11k. I mean, you could try doing gold find, pick up boots, golden fleece with arcane missiles, and I'm pretty sure you can make some decent gold. Or I could try that on my mage at some point. But since I had a Huntress character, it didn't really feel like it was necessary. And obviously the Huntress still makes more money, so it's like not even really worth it. It's like you could make like some second-rate gold farmer if you wanted. But I think you're gonna save more time by just spending the like 6 hours to level up the Huntress, the extra 2 hours to like gear them out, and then after that farm for a couple hours, and you're gonna already break even if you would just sat there and farmed for like 10 hours straight in like a major night, versus leveling a Huntress and farming for like a couple hours. It's just so efficient. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Bless you, by the way. Like if this was released and the gold find build wasn't going to get nerfed, sure, but it's dumb I have to farm gold in a completely different build just so I can play the game how it's meant to be played. I think the gold issue will get fixed when we aren't level capped. Yeah, I think so too. I think this is just a small problem for now. I think there will be hopefully better ways to make gold in the game that involve you actually playing the game in like some kind of legit way. If that's like trying to get high level influence in like a certain area, and the more influence you get, the more rewards that drop, that would be okay. Or like after certain amount of floors, you get like bosses, and bosses drop like legendaries and gold and all that. Because I think legendaries sell for a good amount too. Yeah, it sells for like 40k. So if you were dropping a lot of legendaries, you would just get a little 40k here, a little 40k there. I was trying to do that at one point on my night, was just like try to speed farm and pick up all the items, and then just vendor literally all the items, crafting materials, any piece of gear, all of that, see how much money I got. But the best I could do was like 25k every like 5 minutes, and yeah, that's not nearly enough. But if I wasn't selling all the crafting materials, which you don't really want to sell the crafting materials, then I was making like 15k every 5 minutes, or 3k a minute, versus 100k a minute. So yep, nothing wrong with gold find. I mean, it's not like I was using gold find sword or anything on the night. I was trying to just actually play like a legit min-maxed build. Not trying to just like, oh, let's do a magic find character, gold find character. So I think it's okay that like it's not as efficient, but it should be at least, it should be more than what it is. Or the gold find should be a lot less than what it is. But really you need to bring up other gold find levels to the Huntress level. Like even if it's like 60% the effectiveness, where it is now, like 3k doesn't buy you anything in the game. Yeah, other in-game content would be great. Like for instance, I believe like tier 20 gear isn't meant to be made until you're level capped or something, not even meant for you to get at level 40, etc. Yeah, probably not. I mean, that's probably pretty obvious too, because the highest level Slurmite that drops is like level 11, and the gold is like outrageous to do it. You don't get a lot of crafting materials either, and you don't get enough XP for your potential to really like fill up after like level 11. It's gonna take you like hours and hours and hours. But at max level, you would just fill that thing up like instantly. It would not even be a big deal. You would get potential in your gear so fast. Like, I think at max level, making like plus 20 gear is gonna be really easy. It's just gonna be plus 30 or plus 40 or plus 50 is gonna be hard at max level. But yeah, this stuff is like whatever, which means I definitely will have to nerf gear stats again, if that's true, because being able to get like 10% crit chance on an item, or, you know, whatever, if that scales up to reinforce like 40, unless the content is just like ridiculously hard, I don't see how they can keep the stats like that. Because you could use like just a couple items to get max crit, a couple items to get max like I don't know, crit bonus and social strike chance. Because don't we have like some items that are like that right now? Yeah, like this item gives me 27.5 inner fire chance, which if this was like plus 20, that would be like 60% or something, maybe more. So yeah, the scaling is just going to be, it's going to have to get nerfed at some point. Something's going to have to happen. It might not be this CA cycle, but it'll be eventually. Which they already did a 25% nerf on all reinforced values. Pretty sure we're gonna get hit with another one at some point. And they did a 60% nerf to additional projectiles, and they did some other nerf. Forgot what it was now. We should be getting close. Especially on epic gear. Yeah, so if you have like a crit strike chance plus another crit strike chance, or you have like elite damage reduction, and you're getting like 20% elite damage reduction, and now that they fixed elite damage reduction, you only need 5 stats like that, and then you're 100% immune to elites. That's a little too crazy. Do I have any elite damage reduction on this character? No, I don't. I have projectile somewhere. Either way, I think you get what I mean. Some of the stats roll really high for what they are. So you only need like 3 or 4 stats to get to 100%. So elite damage reduction is probably the worst one, because I have like 6 pieces here in my bank, maybe 7, that are like plus 5, and I can get 100% reduction. But if they were like plus 15 or 20, you could probably get 100% reduction in like 4 pieces, which is like 4 stats to take no damage from elites, which would be absolutely bonkers at endgame. Or stack all damage and be done with it. Yeah, if you can get enough. Well, they did nerf all damage, but they nerfed it with the 25% thing. But yeah, I mean, you could still stack projectile damage, area damage, and melee damage really easily, and then be immune that way. Yeah, I would cap those damage reductions too. I'd probably cap crit chance, rebound chance, pierce chance, fork chance, evasion. We kept like everything basically. Anything that could be 100%, I'd probably cap it at like 75%. Area damage reduction, all damage reduction, all that stuff would be capped. I'd probably also make it that all damage reduction just gave you damage reduction to each of those stats. So if you had like 25% all damage reduction and 75% area damage reduction, it wouldn't equal 100, it would still just be 75%. It would just give you like it kind of does that, but they stack together right now. So all damage reduction 8.5, but projectile is 10. I would just have it where this 8.5 was already added in here, and these were capped at like 75. That's what I would do. Mixed stats have diminishing returns. That also works. It like achieves the same thing. You either have a hard cap or you have a soft cap. And that's like, maybe you could get up to 80% crit chance. Or you can cap out a hard cap at 75. Because they have it for attack speed, but they don't have it for anything else, which is very surprising. That nothing else has a diminishing return except for attack speed. Like, why is attack speed so strong? Like 100% elite damage reduction, 50 DR, then 200 be 75, 300 be... Yeah, exactly. Diminishing returns are great. So if you really needed some stat, you could go for it. But like 100% chance for some stuff, like 100% inner fire or like overdrive is fine, but like 100% reduction on anything is not fine. I would even say like 100% crit chance is probably okay. But 100% like dodge or 100% any damage reduction seems way too good. So I would expect that to happen at some point, which is why I didn't build my knight to be completely immune, because I'm pretty sure it's going to get nerfed in some kind of way where you can no longer get full damage reduction. Like, I can still get full damage reduction with grappling hook, but that's just how the hook works. You shouldn't be able to do it with that, or like, I don't think that should be allowed in the game, where you can use one ability and stack up different damage reductions until you get 100% of all of them. Yeah, I think like 100% should be probably plus like 15 reinforced on like every piece of gear. But right now you can get it. Not that, I mean, this gives me 7%. This gives me 11.5 and 7, so that's a 19 point or 18.5, and then you can get it like another place to get another 8 here with another 4.5 as a base stat. I mean, you just get way too much. 16.5 here, and this is only with +5 gear. So it'll eventually get to the point where my reinforced levels get high enough that I can just start dropping stats left and right. And I might only need like 4 or 5 critical strike stats to get 100%, and that's just crazy. Which right now I would need like 10. Every stat you like reduce like that just gives you so much more power. Reaper level 74. Which, I mean, they probably will do that, right? They have to at some point. It's just inevitable. Unless they make it like elites just always penetrate 25% of your reduction, but it's kind of dumb to have like those two stats together. Because then it would make you get 100% and then they penetrate 25% of it, instead of you sitting at 50% and they penetrate 50%, 25% of it. So just put a little cap on it, diminish your turn, whatever. And then probably make the content harder too, which of course they're going to do with like Tower of the Damned and anything else that comes out. Tower of the Damned, Tower of the Dread, something like that. Either way, if content gets harder, then you either need more stats for survivability or more stats for damage. And hopefully, you can at least get enough defensive stats you can tank things without being immune, and you could actually have a balanced build instead of like very early in the EA lifecycle. It was like kill or be killed type of thing, but you can actually make some defensive characters. You have to stack like cheesy stats, so it's kind of awkward. So you'd want it to where like defense actually works, and you know, you don't really want to go full glass cannon. Yeah, it's like Tower of Despair or Tower of Dread, I forgot. Something with a D. The Tower of D. We went to the steam post. It is confirmed despair. Nice. That's what I originally said. It's almost cat feeding time. I don't know if my primordial is going to level before. We got 5 minutes. Right after this floor though, we'll check and see how much we got left. We should be getting very close to the 42k. It's kind of low level. I wonder if I'm under the level requirement. We'll see. I've never actually got enough kills without being like level 80 or 90. Alright, let's see what we got here. We're at... Okay, we're not even there yet, so we have 1.1k to go. There's still a couple more floors. Almost there. And I don't think we're gonna get there before the cat feeding time though. 2 minutes remaining. Oh, we missed a portal down there. Wow, 3 enemies? 3? Alright, 1 more floor, and then I'm gonna take a break. I am really curious if having more inner fires is going to make the balls spread out more. Because it seems like each one has their own radius. Or their own orbit. And each time I add another ball, it's like further and further away from the character. I saw a screenshot with 8 balls. Please tell me some good news here. It took a lot of space. Nice. So 15 balls should be the whole screen. That'll be insane. It'd be really bad for single target, I guess, but really good for clear. So I guess it'll be consistent with my current single target. But I should be able to just like stand in the middle of the room, and as long as the balls are hitting fast enough, you just kill the whole room like basically instantly. Alright, last portal. Alright, we didn't make it. Let's see where we're at. Probably at like... did 7k kills. Okay. So I am at... wow, 500 kills away. Okay, well we'll definitely get that once we come back. So a quick little look at these epic pieces. Trash. Get him out of here. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna take a break here. So, come back, we'll get the primordial, start leveling it up some. Probably do a little bit of gambling too. Wait, what? We have too many of these? Oh wow, we found a 12, dude. Oh my god, we can find a 12 in the wild? That's the first one we've ever found. Alright, I'll be right back. Yo, and I'm back. Alright. So, what did I miss? We got, oh, there's a guide with a similar build on Steam for what I'm currently doing. Oh well. Oh well, I thought I was doing something original, but I guess not. Wait, why do I have 2 rings in here? Oh, that's my old ring? Another recast chance. Oh, it has elite damage reduction on it. So do both of these. I think I can get rid of this one. This was my like full elite damage reduction gear. Okay, whatever. Let's get rid of this one. And we'll continue on. Build. Should be able to get a Reaper real quick. Also, making bacon with the follow. Dude, appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're still here. I know I was AFK for a little while, but whatever. Let's see. So 5s and 6s. Let's get some reinforces real quick. So 5. Another 5. 5. This one's 6 here. And you're 5 as well. Cool. Alright. Made to 8.1k life. Good, not great. But I'll take it. Alright, we're gonna need to kill like 400 things, so let's go kill 400 things. Maybe should have checked the vendor. We can just check after this, I guess. Well, hopefully the build's at least a little different than the guide on Steam. I guess it would have to be? I don't know, unless we just both made the exact same build. Should be actually insane. Oh, another legendary. So that should be the... Let's see, we gambled for 2. We've had 2 drops, so we gotta do +4 at some point. Trying to start picking up more normal items as well. Start doing that again. We get a 40k? 42? Or 42.20. Alright. We'll do this floor, see what happens. Then I might switch to Wrath 10, because maybe we are off by levels, not really sure. Never had 42k kills with this low of a level. So we might have to like strangely grind XP. Oh, never mind. There it is. Alright, so our current one is 7 to 11. This is going to be 1 to 1.6. But you know, it's going to scale up really quickly. GG, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, still going to finish off this floor, and then check the shop. Maybe try to roll for a legendary, and then jump into Wrath 10. That sounds pretty fun. I know, we'll definitely roll the shop for a legendary. You just slowly get closer and closer to getting that ring. Especially if it increases my AoE. Finally, Ancestral Legacy Primordial Staff level 100. Nice, dude. That's a grat as well. Grats. It's 12. Pick up some of this garbage. Alright. Back to town. Got a Reaper, that's cool. So, quick damage check. 13.9. What did the other one give me? Gave me 28.3. Okay. Guess we'll also gamble some over here. And so I need to change my attributes around, and outside of that I should be good to go to just start farming. Attack speed, critical strike chance, overdrive damage. You had me in the first half. Oh, well, there's a legendary. Whoa, this is actually the one I need. Cool. So +1 inner fire charges for the next 5 seconds. Oh, okay. So it's a lot shorter of a duration than the rest. Oh, and this is a helmet I don't have either. I almost want to take this one because it's like class specific, but I think I have to take the ring just to mess around with it. Let's fill out the inventory. We'll go craft this ring. So it's +5 on the legendaries as well, so we'll add that. And see how good the ring actually is. Should be good. Alright, so +5. cool. Alright, let's go salvage, craft a ring, and continue on. What is this? This is these stab gloves. I actually needed those. It's one of the ones I'm currently using them. So now I have all the gloves again. So I'm only missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 legendaries. One is the chest that I have on my mage. One is this ring here. The amulet is a huntress amulet that I just don't have. The helm is the one I just passed up. The cape is actually this one here. And then the bracers, I don't actually know what the, oh, I need the sepsis bracers, that's the one. I don't even know why I leveled this weapon, it's really bad. Oh no. Oh no. You hate to see it. Alright, which one of my rings is worse? So I have all damage reduction, max life, movement speed, max life, damage over time, projectile, damage reduction, movement speed, inner fire chance, overdrive, bounce number. So I think this one is my worst ring. The inner fire chance doesn't really matter anymore, so I'm gonna keep this one and we'll equip this one. Alright. So we'll put this as like just backup gear for now, since we replaced our shoulders in our ring today. Let's grab some crafting materials as well. Should be more than enough. Okay, so things we want to do, let's go ahead and change my attributes as well. So there we go. There we go. Alright, so that's good. And ring crafting time. So first thing, it is level 40, so that's good. Normal stats. I think I just want max life here. Damage over time can be okay, but we should have plenty. Yeah, I want max life. I guess if damage over time rolls perfect, I'll keep it, but I'm wanting max life. Alright, there's max life, so never mind. Evasion, so we want movement speed as one of the stats, and what's the other one we got? We have life. Is there anything else decent? Projectile damage reduction, critical strike damage, elite damage reduction. Take any of those basically as a rare stat. So add a rare stat, reroll. Alright, we got max life, and it's a good roll. We'll keep that. I am going to then lock that in. And we'll just go ahead and adjust the magic stat. So I think I want movement speed here. Gotta go fast, right? There we go. Look at that. Perfect roll. Alright, well, we got it first try, so that's easy. Let's go ahead and lock that in. Do some rescores. So we went to +5 on the legendary effect, and yeah, if we get +6, then great. Alright, so we got +5 there. Reforge this to get a 6. Perfect. Alright, ring is done, so we can go reinforce that. And yeah, we got like an extra 800 life already. So, T1. Okay. T2. T4. Nice, we're jumping. Everything else is 6, right? 6s and 7s, so just do like another 1 or 2. Oh, this actually gives me... Whenever you deal critical strike damage, you gain a conquest stack granting you +1 inner fire max charges for the next 5 seconds. Conquest can stack up to 10 times. Oh. Oh. So... this might be better than I thought. Okay. I'm gonna level it up a little more. Just a 7 probably. Keep things around the same. That's gonna be a lot of stacks of inner fire. Alright, there's 7, so that's plus 12. So my current max is 5. So this will be going up to 17 now. So really curious what that's actually gonna look like. We're critting basically all the time, so should be kind of crazy. Let me actually do a quick little check on my crit. So I'm at 75% here, and my main ability is stab, which we get an extra 52%. We can either move away from this at some point to use this poison here. But it's only when stab applies poison, so we'd have to move this as well. So I think I can just leave it. Eventually I can drop some crit on gear, I guess. But I still want the poison to crit, so never mind. Eventually I can just drop that stat. Let's go into here and see how we do. I kind of want prison though. And my Reaper is still level 12, so this might be ugly, but we'll see. We'll see. Quick damage check, so we're at 22.8 skill damage. And yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, so the inner fire has a huge radius now. I also have 17 stacks of inner fire. Yeah, this is gonna work out, isn't it? Yep. Yep. This is something, isn't it? Oh, it is good when I lose the conquest stacks, I don't lose them all, like, immediately. If the conquest stacks fall off, I can actually get them back before I lose the inner fire charges, so that's cool. So if I get another ring, we can add an additional 12. What do you know about 30 inner fires? What do we know about that? Yeah, the orbit has gone very wide. I think 30 will be like the whole screen. The whole screen for sure. And I can just chill like this if I want. It's gonna be interesting. So maybe we'll do some more gambling in a moment, because having the second one should just increase my clear speed by like a ton. And as we increase my Reaper damage, which it's gonna slowly level up from here, but as we increase that, this poison is really just gonna block everything. It actually became like kind of hilarious. I mean, the damage isn't quite there, but like It's not bad either. Yo, Seizu. Hey man, just started playing this game a few days ago. I seem to not be able to find any of the materials to be able to roll epic stats on gear. Am I missing an obvious way to get in town? Mostly just clearing Wrath 6 at a good rate. Epic materials are just kind of rare. That's kind of the bottleneck, honestly, for a lot of stuff. I got one of the Legos, yes. And it's actually better than I thought. I'll tell you why in a second. But yeah, basically epics are hard to get if you really want to like find them or get those materials. I would look at making a gold farm character. The Huntress is really good. I have some build guides for that. It'll just help you to farm really quickly, and you can either farm gold and buy like gambling loot boxes in the shop, and they have like an okay chance to be epic, and eventually you're just going to get enough epic stuff that way. But the way I gear a character is I look for epics with good epic stats already, and then I craft the rest of the gear. So that's what I've done on this character, is like these epics, I found them with these epic stats already there, and I've just crafted the rest of the item. Oh, I didn't actually craft the rest of this ring, the plus to my Reaper. Yeah, so I got the one Lego, I put it up to +7. I didn't realize that the second part scaled. So Conquest stacks can stack up to 12, so I can actually have 17 Inner Fire stacks at this point. So a little better than I thought. A little better than I thought. Let's get some more materials out. Finish crafting this thing. Oh, that's what you're trying to tell me. Whoops. Well, that just means we're gonna have like 30 Inner Fires when we find the second one. That's gonna be absolutely insane. You can get up to 35 max charges. I can't get more than that? Pretty sure I can get more than that, right? Because each level gives me +1. Alright, there's Astoria's 5. Oh, at +10. Okay. Yeah, we're at +7. Stab? Can we get stab? There's stab. And last attribute. We need savagery. There we go. Alright, savagery +3. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay. I don't think having 2 rings is worth it. What? I mean, it might not be, I guess, but it just sounds amazing. Like, because it should be absolutely the whole screen. The other ones will be out of scene doing nothing. Yeah, Huntress is the only character I've been playing though. Been doing random arrows. Heavy explosion, trap build. Only been able to clear Wrath 6 at a good speed. Can do 10 but insanely slow. Also have gear for gold farming. Build also though. Yeah, I would just try to get more gold from the gold farming. And then from there you can gamble in the shop to get better gear either for your gold farmer or for your other character until you can boost one of them up to Wrath 10. I mean, you know I gotta still try out the double ring, but it may just not be worth it. Yeah, this is 17 balls, I mean. Or 9 to 17, depending on how many crits I get here. I guess it also depends. If I'm wearing 2 rings, do I get 2 conquest stacks per 1 crit? If so, I can just stack up Inner Fire that much faster. And that it might still be worth it in that kind of case. Because it's like, what other kind of ring am I going to wear? The other poison ring? That like tries to spread the poison, but at a very low chance. definitely doesn't help single target at all. I wonder if having the like 35 balls would be good for the cemetery layout. If it would actually clear beyond like one section. For 29. Nice. It's gonna be back to the other one in no time. Oh, I need to start just picking up materials. Alright, let's pick up materials, and we'll just go back to town every time we're full. Maybe gamble for a legendary like every time or something. Do something to break up the cycle. Maybe get that second ring. I don't know, like, I'm excited for the second ring, but I'm trying to, like, temper my hopes just in case it actually sucks. Having two. I definitely see it sucking for, like, the single target. I don't actually care about magic and rare gear. Just need these common items. Oh, walked into something there. I didn't see it. Alright, let's do some gambling. Yeah, this is how I mainly get my materials. I like farm gold on the Huntress build, gamble, get materials this way, but you can also just pick up stuff. You're just not going to find as many epics or as many legendaries. As we don't get any epics or any legendaries. Oh, never mind. Here's a legendary. Armor, Voltory, Resist, Shackles, Crossfire. Okay, nothing I actually need. We're getting close to having all of the legendaries, which is cool. I think we're only missing 2. But the rest are like 1 characters, so I'd like to get duplicates of those. Oh, another one. Okay, that's the helm we need. So level 40, but this one has magic stats and rare stats. Wow, that one's amazing. Alright, we got the last helm we needed. Cool, alright, well, that's 2 legendaries. No epics, but got some legendaries this time. Alright, so that's one of the few that I need. So let's put that in the helm slot. There we go. We need one more Huntress item. Then we have all of those. Or all class specific legendaries, I should say. Alright, we'll go back at it. Nice. I actually wanted the cemetery or the graveyard this time to actually try it out. See if it's any better, different. Oh, it is hitting stuff outside of the barrier. So that's kind of cool. Might not be worth it all, but neat. I walked into that. That was not good. Trying to pick up more stuff too. Something I'm kind of bad about. Let's see, so from what I learned earlier, use level 10 to upgrade from an 11 to a 13 and 100 harmonies. That means I would need 200 with the same stone for 13 to 15. That sounds right. I'd have to put it in the little thing to actually like verify, but that sounds right. Because you need like 50 per level. So yeah, you should need a 200 then. Luckily it's easy to like test and like make sure you're not messing it up. But I think that's correct. Don't have enough mass to verify. Well, you'll get there. I believe in you. I mean, those harmonies will always be good. Cool. How many items did I pick up? Oh, not nearly enough. Okay. Need to pick up more. Alright, let's go again. This song is so good. I think it's my favorite one of the soundtrack. I don't even have my aura turned on. What am I doing? Not that stuff actually hits me, but you know, whatever. This makes it even harder. Maybe there's some other ancestral thing I could be picking up instead. It's just like free defense though. It's so good. Bless you. Just realized I haven't been picking up like anything. Very cool. That's gonna be a hard thing to break because it's so much easier to just keep moving and like not put yourself in danger versus like having to go around and like pick up items. I hope they can eventually add like, I don't want to call it a loot filter, but something that makes it to where if you walk over like a common item, I would pick up all the common items, but not like rares and epics and stuff. So like a pickup filter, I guess. That'd be a really cool feature. This is kind of trash having to go around picking up all this stuff. Whatever, let's go to the next floor. Ooh, epic slimline. That's what we love to see. Yeah, the rig seems cool. It's really just clear speed though. Since they don't stack up on top of each other, it's not like I'm hitting the same unit with every single inner fire. But it does get some poison out there. It's like if I don't use that ring, I'm going to be using the poison spread ring, I guess. Do you know what area increase effect does? Yeah, just if you have an area of effect skill, it increases the... so like, okay. If you had area increase effect, this is an area of effect skill. So if you increase the effect, it's going to increase the ability of it. There's also something called like area of effect increase size, and that would increase like the radius. So it would increase this 2 yard to higher, and the effect will increase this higher. So you gotta look for skills that have area of effect tags. So it really depends what kind of class you're playing. But let's see, I think like Rain of Arrows is one, yeah, area of effect, so you can increase the basically the damage. So when a skill that does purely damage doesn't do anything, it should increase the damage. But I can't say with 100% certainty. Let me see if the stat actually says anything interesting. Area of effect. Let's see. Increase the effect of area of effect skills. Due to their nature, some areas are limited to 100% increase. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really tell you very well. Yeah, I would try it with like a very cheap item to just see if the damage range increases. You should be able to tell pretty quickly if it actually does anything. I would like to know what if it does increase the damage. I've only ever used it on auras. I just haven't played a lot of area of effect skills outside of auras. It would be interesting if that's like a good way to increase your damage. Reaper 40. Hey, inventory's full. Nice. Alright, damage check. Whoa, 74k skill damage now. Alright, well, we're gonna be racking up that skill damage here shortly. Alright, let's see if the vendor has anything for me. Any of my gear ready to be upgraded? Nope. Might also try to start adding more evasion to the build sometime soon. We have the 27% there. I think also I'm going to switch back to the finesse with the blind. So we won't have the teleport, we'll have the blind. That'll be another 50%. So we're looking at 50, what was that? 60, 77.71% chance to not get hit by melee attacks and projectiles. Sounds pretty good. Alright, buy all that stuff. I guess we can gamble real quick. There's a couple things we still need. So what would we actually like? We'd like the second conquest ring would be cool. Evasion chest, a max life multiplier helm, and then bracers. I don't think there's anything for that. Boots, I don't think there's anything I care about for that either. Getting some epics this time. We'll change of pace. Melee damage reduction, projectile damage reduction. Pretty decent gloves. I think I'm just at the point where I'm looking for 3 stat epics. Alright. Nothing good this time. Dang, getting a lot of cemetery now. This damage is going to be crazy. What's my poison looking like? 56k to 117k. This is going to, like, oh my god, my Reaper damage is going to go insane, right? And then that's going to be insane. Skill damage is going to get doubled for the poison damage. It's going to be actual nutty damage. Apparently an epic dropped over here, didn't notice at all. And we missed the portal. Let's go hang out over here for a moment. Second epic. Third epic. Okay. What's going on here? Feels suspicious. Pretty coming in hot. Yeah, I think I definitely want to try out the second ring. Just to see if it's gonna hit stuff like all the way over there. So once the poison starts ticking, like, things should just die. There's also potential I just get so much damage that everything kind of one ticks, except for elites. I could maybe even drop like the smoke screen specialization if I get enough damage. So what does that other one give me? Gave me like two interesting things, but they're ravenous daggers apply poison. We could do something like that. Area increase size. Yeah, it's only those two that sounded good. The enemies are pulled towards and they apply poison, but it's kind of whatever. Kinda whatever. We got Ancestral Strike chance. Could go for more stab damage. Melee recast. Stab applies poison. We don't even have that. Forgot that we didn't have that. Yeah, I think if we get enough damage, we might switch to the turret thing and just do a bunch of dagger stuff at the same time. What all would we lose? Evasion. Oh, we actually can't because we need this. Never mind. Well, I guess we could if we had the daggers, but probably wouldn't. The whole build is like revolving around that one node at this point. Because it just became the most effective way to do the thing we wanted to do. Poison everything, and watch everything die to poison. Oh no, I have to backtrack all the way over here. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy. I guess I should at least look at the epic items, but it didn't. So, it is what it is. They're dead to me now. Forever graveyard. Oh, right, I can still take damage in smoke screen. Whoops. Do I need that point? What's the one here? So we get daggers if we trigger a dagger. I'm gonna go with this one. If I can actually do some cheesy stuff. It does increase the damage of the AoE. Nice. I figured it would. It just sometimes things don't work how they actually should. That's very good to know, though. We still have 54 levels to go on this Reaper. It's gonna be so much damage. Quick damage check. We've almost made it to 90. Well, we're at 92k skill damage. Creeping up on that hundo. Build is gonna do a lot of damage now. Nice. What skill are you using? Or what AoE skill are you using that it's getting increased? Those elites dropped so many common items. going pretty smooth now. Let me take a quick look at my skills, see if there's something I can change, because maybe I don't even need to care about the stab damage like at all. The melee recast chance can be okay, but let's try poison with poison goes in an AoE instead of max crit chance and max an extra recast chance. Oh, we can also get away from this stab and go with either the leech or recast chance again. So let's just see how it feels. Oh, we've lost a lot of our mana leech, it seems. Okay, right, because this one costs so much mana. So let's switch back to crit. And I guess I don't care about one singular poison, so we'll do it like this. Could also go for the leech off poison, which sounds pretty crazy, but probably don't need it. Definitely don't need it. It is nice to just have like perpetual leech going on. Leeching from like a million enemies for 3.5% for every single like instance of damage. Orb explosion triggered by arcane missile with the wall to have more projectiles. Oh, nice. Okay. I remember doing the explosion thing with the arcane missiles. I didn't have much luck with it just because I think the orb disappeared after like the first explosion with something I was doing, but maybe you can pop the whole room. Hey, some boots. Legendary boots. Oh, that was the breach that disappears. Let me read it again. Orb explosion. Okay, yeah. I was thinking the breach explosion for whatever reason. Whoops. Well, that's cool then. Seems like there's so many builds that people can do. It's really cool. Like, so much stuff is viable with enough optimization. The 8 orbs rebound and explode again for each missile. Ooh, that sounds spicy. I wasn't so stubborn about not playing an orb build. Damage check. 98. Alright, next level we'll hit 100 most likely. Damage check. 101. Alright, we're into 100k skill damage now. Easy. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities. It's just finding like synergies that'll work together seems to be the biggest issue. And some stuff is like a complete trap, like Overdrive. Nothing synergizes enough to make Overdrive good. Feels bad, man. I think they should just make Overdrive work on single target. Be done with it. Are those guys gonna die? 1 died, 2 died, 3 died. Those guys were gonna die. I want to see how much damage one poison will do to an elite. The next elite I find. Like some poison mancer. Got any elites? Alright, there's an elite. He has poison on him. Ooh, not quite yet. We're getting there. That poison almost ticks for the 7 million we needed to tick for. Just not quite. Soon. Hope we can gear faster with later updates to try more stuff out. You'll probably be able to try out like weaker versions of the build very quickly, but like in-game stuff, maybe not. It really just depends how the in-game scaling kind of shakes out. Because a lot of it is just like the concept. If the concept works, if you can get enough damage, and then with enough like reinforced levels and mastery points and all of that, the correct attributes, the correct Reaper with it being primordial, all that. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be less of a grind at any point. I feel like this is kind of where it's going to be at, but it'll be easier to get gold, which I guess will make it less of a grind. Easier to get materials. Probably easier to get legendaries. So I guess it just depends what you mean by less of a grind. Let's dumpster that. Raw damage projectile and raw damage. No thank you. Alright, nothing's ready to level up. So we can just keep that stuff. So we always pick up those materials if we find them. And continuing on. I think I'm gonna look to do like a little bit more. And we're probably gonna start winding down, look for someone to host, all that fun stuff. But I appreciate all the follows and stuff today. Yeah, this build's come a long way since we started yesterday. I mean, I know we kind of have crafting materials and the pick of any legendary kind of at the ready, but still, a lot of it's concepts. I mean, I hope that if people like saw this build and actually liked it, they could still work towards it even if it's not like instant gratification. Let's see, I don't know, I feel like my build doesn't require much, but I had other ideas that seemed impossible without full epic stats. Yeah. Epic stats are when you start getting 100% of everything. Like if I want 100% melee recast chance, I gotta go for epic stats. If I want 100% crit without doing the mastery points for stab, gotta go for epic stats. Which I still want, because I would like to crit every single poison tick. And then that will multiply my damage by whatever the crit damage bonus is. And I can try to increase this number. I mean, we're still at 75%, so it's not awful. Just like, do you want to deal with 300% damage 100% of the time, or 75% of the time? Let's go with 100% of the time. I need 100% crit and ancestral to really judge the weapon. Yeah, that's kind of the dream for all builds, I guess. Is 100% crit, 100% ancestral with high skill damage or high LE damage. And yeah, if you're projectiles, you want the rebound, you want the pierce, you want the fork. If you're melee, you want the recast chance, and probably something else that I'm forgetting. Hey man, I'll hit it for today. Good stream. Alright, yeah, we're about to head out as well. So, yeah, thanks for stopping by, chilling. As you can see, the build is popping off with this primordial. We've made it up to 109k skill damage. But yeah, good night, dude. Oh, also, what was for dinner? I meant to ask earlier. If you're still here, if you have a second. Yeah, night, dude. Had pepperoni pizza with jalapenos. Hell yeah, that sounds great. Alright, dude, take it easy. Have a nice night. I'll catch you next time. Not the brightest idea you've had for a while. Well, hopefully don't have too bad heartburn or any other issues. That's some high damage. That's only the beginning. As we get our crit chance to 100, as we get our Reaper to 100, as we get other stuff higher, the damage is probably gonna be closer to like our Knight build. Our Knight is using the same Reaper and he's at 900 skill damage, 900k. So I kind of expect this one to get around to that. And I'm curious if that means that like my stab is just gonna kill everything. It's gonna start being like, yes, the poison would one-tap everything, but the stab just one-shots everything too. It's gonna be interesting to see
that's pretty cool,
how things gonna work out.
Oh, Jesus.
The area is now following.
Given the current meta, which class is clearing Wrath 10 the fastest right now? They all can clear about the same speed, I would say. I have a Knight that can clear each level in like 2 minutes. I know mages have like a little advantage with the blink ability, but I think movement speed is also very good. Yeah, I mean, there's like blink mages that are using arcane missiles or orbs to just kind of clear the whole screen almost instantly. Knights can do grappling hook plus whirlwind to clear the screen almost instantly. Huntress has arrow shot if you're actually scaling the damage instead of going gold find. They're all viable for sure. They're all going to be like 2 minutes or less for Wrath 10. Nothing's like 30 seconds or anything crazy. They're all kind of around the same. But it's just gonna get on. It's gonna be like basically what skill you're using and what like setup. Cause yeah, the mage has a blink, so if you can utilize the blink and still do enough damage, you're gonna just be kind of fast because of that. But you probably won't have a ton of movement speed, where my Knight has like plus 80%. So he goes pretty quick, and he can pull the whole screen towards him and then one-shot them. The other builds kind of work as if like they kind of work in a different way, where projectiles fly everywhere and bounce between all the walls and just kill everything instantly too. Yeah, Grapple Knight is real fun to play. I've really enjoyed it. But I think the best character overall is unfortunately probably the Gold Find Huntress, just because you get the gold, and gold just funds all your characters. Which is kind of a boring answer. Is there a huge move speed buff somewhere on Huntress? Yeah, she can use the tumble. And if you use the tumble, you can get this one. You have 40% movement speed during Assassin's Haste. Also, the mage has the wall, the temporal wall that gives you the 40% movement speed. So there's definitely a lot of movement speed to be had by all the classes. But it just kind of depends on like what you're looking for. Because I mean, if you're just going to get the timer like as low as possible, that's like one thing. But if you're going for like max legendaries or whatever, it's probably the Huntress, because she's bringing in 100k a minute. Yeah, there's a Goldest Huntress, so I have 2 build guides for it. One's like a starter entry level, and one is a advanced level. But it's basically a way to get a ton of gold. You get like 100k a minute with the advanced level. That's why I have 43 million right now. And you can go to the gambler in town, and you can basically just keep gambling until you get whatever legendaries you want. And since gold is shared between characters, you just go on whatever character you want, and you just gamble until you have all the materials you want, all the gear you want, and gear up your characters really quickly that way. Yeah, still the wall buff that makes it quicker, but I miss more loot. Yeah, I mean, it just depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to speed farm and like only pick up the auto loot stuff, then I don't know. I have the fastest time with my Knight, but my mage is kind of not optimized for that. I just wanted to make an arcane missile mage, and then my Huntress is for gold. currently working on just some Poison Huntress character. This one definitely doesn't have more utility than, you know, the Goldpine Huntress, but nothing really does. It's just you kind of want to do different things as well. So we're checking out Poison, seeing how that goes. It seems to be going really well. Things get pretty shredded. More shredded than I expected. Like, I really think the damage is going to scale at some point to where the poison's one-ticking everything. And when that's the case, I can just kind of run through the game like this. Get more movement speed on my gear. Which would be really good for XP, not so good for trying to pick up items, but that's okay. If I just want a material farm, I can just go with auto loot. Alright, last floor, guys. Last floor. And then we gotta call it a night for tonight. I get some sleep. So I have to ask, what's the cup for? Oh, that's like a, you know those virtual tip jar things? That's all it is. So it should fill up when like people follow and stuff. Does it not actually work? Let me do, what if I do this? If I reload this?
That's pretty cool, actually. It's like a mind over matter thing. Oh, Jesus.
So yeah, a little thing fell in the cup.
Now following.
So, I mean, it's not like the most exciting thing of all time, but stuff falls in the cup. If you guys do like bits or whatever, they should fall in the cup. I had it to where emotes would fall in the cup, but they would just fill up the cup with like a single emote, so I wasn't sure how to fix that. Also, I figured people might care a little bit more about bits since I have emotes for the bits now, where before I didn't have that, so there was no reason to do bits. But I had an excess of emotes, and it seems difficult to get up to 50 subs, so I'm kind of like probably going to be stuck at 4 slots for a little while now, and bits are like an easy way for people to unlock different emotes. So I have different emotes under the bit stuff than the sub stuff. Because, yeah, I had more emotes than I knew what to do with. Because Jari just kept drawing stuff, and they kept being awesome. And I kept just like, yep, I want to buy that one too. I want to buy that one too. Challenge accepted. No, don't do it. Jari, what's up, dude? You over here lurking? Man, your ears must have been burning. Challenge accepted. Yeah, I don't actually know. I might change the type of glass too to just like a normal like whiskey glass or something, because there's like a bunch of different ones you can do. Jari came in earlier, didn't say anything, and he's just been listening, watching, waiting. Yeah, the emotes are pretty sweet. All you sub guys. Cause yeah, I don't know if there's a way I can look at it, but I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to browser here.